Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.
Hey! Kick! What's cracking? Man, it's one of those days where it's like, kind of said I'm not going to go surfing, and then now I'm looking at it thinking, What the hell? Too small. Too small, but I said I'm not going to go surfing. Instead, I'm going to drink home brews. But now I'm looking at it thinking there's definitely some waves coming through. Either way, I should confirm that this is all good on the stream skis before we go any deeper. Where am I? Kick. Yeah, Kick. Let me open up the machine of Kick. I might even use the app because there is one. Kick app, haven't used it for a long while. My channel, gives a minute's channel. Recent streams. It says I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. Good. Yo, 3 even. How you doing, man? Nice backyard, living the dream. Hell yeah, dude. Super lucky. Super lucky to be here. Fortunate to be in Australia. That's a little overexposed. It'll be like that. What do you want to see? You want to see, I guess you want to see the ocean, right? I should sit on this side then. So I guess what I'm doing here, it's kind of a little bit of a, I was gonna say it's like a fuck you to Marty, but it's not really. But Marty should be here with me right now. He isn't, and he pulled the pin. Hey Rob Mac, we don't need to see your ugly mug. Thanks, man. Okay then just enjoy. Dude, look at the sky. Holy shit, look at this. Hope that's exposed correctly. Look at the clouds. You see that? Clouds. I'll give you a bit more cloud action. But that looks amazing. Amazing. Some nice cloud formations. Yeah, so as you know, it's getting nearer to the time when Marty and I will be heading to Uluru, yet we still haven't joined up and discussed the trip. We still haven't sat down and looked at maps and done anything like in advancement of the trip. Now, I like to be prepared with things, and I would have thought Marty did as well, but it looks like this is the 5th time in a row that he's pulled the pin at the last second and said, I can't come. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I was going to drink homebrews up here with Marty in the glass that he likes, the kombucha glass, but instead I'll drink it myself. So Marty, you could have had this. Oh, no way, that went straight down that hole. You could have had this with me, but instead you can enjoy me enjoying a Pilsner poured very poorly. Peachy, how you doing? How you doing, Peachy? Yeah, poor form Marty. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, he says that the trip is still going, right? He's still dead keen for the trip. So he's still all in for the trip. But as far as preparing and sitting down right here with a map and Google and plotting out distances and like potential campsites and things we want to see, we haven't done anything at all. Nats TV, how you doing? It looks nippy. It is a little cold. It's a little cold. We're certainly on the cold end of the the beginning of the cold season here. Got my jacket out for the first time today. First time jacket and beanie. Yeah, a little bit cold. Pretty stoked though, pretty stoked. So for those that don't know, the trip is going to happen in late August. And originally we were talking 8 weeks on this mission. Marty has since said between 4 to 5 weeks. So that needs to be discussed as well, like how long are we going to go for? And what's the possibility of me staying and he might fly back, you know? He might have to come back early, I'm not too sure. At one point he was saying that he might be in between jobs, so he can take as much time as he wants. Net TV, sounds like a poorly planned trip. It hasn't been planned at all yet. So it cannot be a poorly planned trip. It hasn't even been planned. So we have to plan it to decide whether you planned that poorly or you planned that well. We haven't even planned it yet, aside from we're doing it. Now, I like to be a bit more, I like things to be a bit more in place, a little bit more solid. Not everybody's like that though. Marty's probably, I don't know, like, Marty might be the opposite, where he doesn't really need to have stuff purposely planned. He did have a breakup. So I've known Marty for about, how long have I known Marty for? Since the library, so since 2014, I guess. Dude, that's close to 10 years. Shit, that's gone fast. We're lifelong buddies. I've known him for 10 years. I guess since 2014, I'd imagine, 2014. And for the bulk of that time, he's been in a relationship. I guess the last year and a half, maybe slightly longer, he's out of that relationship. And maybe it was her that was the sort of like the, you know, not the organizer, but the one that would say, okay, we're doing this, so get your shit together because we're going. Whereas maybe now he's like, well, I don't have to answer to anybody, so I can just do what I want. Because this is the 5th time that he's said he can't make it, even though we'd both previously agreed that we were going to get together and do the discussion, do the planning. But I mean, not everybody's like that, you know. Like, so I can't really. I'm certainly not holding it against him. Like, there's no animosity, but it's just notable that. I guess it's notable that people are different. Oh, well, you plan it and he'll go along. That's exactly right, Netskis. That's what I feel will happen. Solo mission. Hey, Peachy, I'm doing it anyway. Like, I've already said to myself, and I don't think this will happen, mind you, but if Marty does end up saying, hey, man, it turns out I can't even come, then I'm still going, right? I'm still going to do this trip myself. Absolutely. You're driving through the interior. Yeah, man, I'm heading directly that way. Heading west, actually south, then west. Going to go through South Australia, Adelaide. I'm very spontaneous and plan virtually nothing, but regarding a big trip like that, I'd want to plan somewhat. Flowski, hey Flo, I didn't even see you. How you doing, Flowski? 5 times cancelling is certainly a pattern. Yeah, it is. And I don't know, like, I guess I'm struggling with it because ultimately, he's let me down 5 times. Is it a letdown that's groundbreaking and it's going to change your life? No. But it is a letdown in the sense that, you know, like, I'm looking forward to planning this. I'm looking forward to plotting this out. I bought the map. I got all the stuff, you know. My thing is that we've got to take GoVan out and we've got to be able to do the thing. Like, we've got to be, because we're streaming this, right? And other thing too, Marty, the streaming thing is my thing. Marty's more like, I'm doing it for the trip, but the stream will be incidental to him or coincidental. For me, it's like, I want to stream it. So I'm doing all the hard work in regards to that. Of course, that's my thing. But Marty still needs to be able to operate daily in terms of like how we're going to put his swag on the roof of the van, how we're going to set up, tear down. You know, we haven't even really used, I mean, I've got a shower and a cooker and all that, so we haven't even set it up yet. So I'd like to go local and do an overnight trip and just pretend that we're on the trip and just say, hey man, this is what it would be like. What do we, like, take a note, what do we need, what do we forget, you know? But yeah, I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we're still driving out to the Rock. This is good. This is good. This has gotten better in the last couple of weeks. That's a good idea to do a mock trip. Yeah, fully. Yeah, absolutely. The mock trip, and Marty and I have camped together before. There's no dramas, like we work well together. But this one's a bit different because previously, so in GoVan, which you're going to see very, very soon, I'm pretty close. I've had some mechanical issues just today, actually, but I'm going to show it to you. But in GoVan, I have a fridge and a freezer, which is probably a huge thing that we've never had before. So on our previous mission and on my solo missions, every couple of days you've got to come back to civilization and buy ice to keep your cold goods good. But now I've got a fridge and a freezer in that thing, so we don't have to. We're not bound to any town. We can go out for 5 or 6 days at a time. I've got 20 liters of fresh water. I'm going to show it to you. There's got a tap in there that you can just turn on and turn off. Pretty rad, actually. I've got 20 liters of additional fuel in terms of petrol, not diesel, petrol, gas. So we're not bound to staying in one area where we can. We're not bound to come into a town to freshen up. We can stay off grid for a few days. Got solar panels, so just want to do a test, like just get out there, get amongst it. Hey, 13 viewers. Hello, 13 viewers. Anyone got any questions? Ask away. By the way, this is a kick stream. If anybody watching and then they're wanting to contribute with a conversate and they're talking elsewhere, you've got to do it on kick.com. That's the kick chat you can see sliding up the screen there. Does the fridge freezer draw run from the battery or totally off solar? So, good question, Flowski. Sounded like a nice size wave. So, in Govan, there are 3 batteries. There is the the cranking battery, or the driving battery, if you like, the main battery. And then there are 2 auxiliary batteries that previously I had one, and that one battery ran all of my streaming gear. So it's basically a car battery, an AGL battery with a inverter to a power board where I can plug in all of my peripherals, plus a whole bunch of USB ports and whatnot. Now, that worked perfectly for my streaming needs before, but I never had a fridge. So when I got the fridge and freezer, I said to myself, I'm going to need another battery here, right? Not that we've ever run out of power, but we've never drawn that amount of current to keep things frozen and cold. Then I've only ever used my tech gear. So I thought, well, I'm going to get a 3rd battery. So the 2 additional batteries, or auxiliary batteries, are in parallel or in sequence together. So basically the shunt, which is what tells you how much power you've got, that sees these 2 batteries as one larger cell, and it runs off the alternator. It also runs off solar, so when we pull up anywhere and the engine's not running, it's still getting juice from the solar panel. I've got a BCDC inside the cabin that shows you what's coming, where the power's coming from, whether it's coming off the alternator while you're driving or it's coming off the solar. You can also plug it into mains. If we ever do go into a caravan park for a night to do a load of washing or something, maybe we'll do that once a week. We'll pull in and pay $20 for a site. Then we can just plug it into the mains and charge it completely up. Peachy, how often will the stream be live throughout the trip? Or is that up for debate? We're planning on doing it daily, so it'll be like the whole day kind of thing. But of course, and that'll lead me into talking about the pitch, because there are some updates to the pitch. But in an ideal world, it would be live streamed all day, every day. Obviously not throughout the night, there's no reason for that, but where we're going is the centre of Australia, where typically there isn't 4G towers, because there's nobody to live there. Why would they put 4G towers out the middle of whoop whoop? There's no one living there. So there will be times when, unfortunately, there might not be a stream because there's no 4G. If I could have... So I don't want to jinx anything, but I don't even know if I want to say too much about this, but do you know what? Historically, whenever I've talked about stuff, so let me just put a pin in that and say there's information that's not, there's a conversation there, but it's not ready to be had yet. Where you're going, you won't need roads. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. But no, so right now, to answer Netsky's, are you testing the capabilities right now? I am testing somewhat of it. I'm just using the DJI transmitter and receiver, but I am streaming back to my computer in my room. So I'm only like 50 meters from my computer, but I am using the transmitters and the receivers. So my camera is not tethered to anything. I can get up and move around, pretty much go where I please, but you can't go too far away from the transmitter receiver. It's not up in the air, it's just on the ground, but at least you get a view of the place, right? Look at these waves. These are rideable. A bit small, but what's this left gonna do? You see that? Oh, look at this over here. Too small. Oh, what's this thing coming in the back? Look at this ride coming in like that. Not this one, this thing behind. Ooh, wait for it. Okay, so, okay. Gets me excited though. I'll show you the new bench. This is the new bench. This is so sick. Check this out. Look at that. What a spot for an afternoon beverage. Summer's day. Look at that wave. Right hand section, a bit small. Yeah, this is the spot, right? I just put this up here. Pretty nice. Dang, that beach looks awesome. Netsky's, dude, that's my local. I hit that every day when I can. Haven't surfed in about 4 days. What day is today? Friday. I surfed on Sunday? No, I worked on Sunday. No, I surfed on Sunday. Yeah. Did you ever recoat the computer table? Yes, I did, Peachy. Yes, I did. Yeah, good question. There's a good question from way back. Yeah, I ended up, what did I do? I sanded it back. I made it nice and clean. Like it was pretty, it was probably 80% good. Wasn't 100% good job, but it was close enough. And then I painted it. And then I realized it looked shit. And I thought, you know what? This isn't good. I want this to be better. So I went into the Bunnings, like it's a hardware store, and I found that they have these, I don't even know what you'd call it, like fake vinyl or fake, I don't know what it is. It's like some kind of timber or something, and they were in perfect sizes. And so I bought one and liquid nails it to the top of the desk. So my desk now is very, very clean, and it looks like it's painted, but it's just a clean piece of this material on top. In actual fact, it's probably not the greatest material. It's a little bit rough on your hands, but I don't use a mouse. I just use the trackpad on my laptop, so I don't actually need to run anything over the desk, and it's way better than what it was. Yeah, Netsky's a wood wrap. Yeah, like a wood wrap. Yeah, fully. That's probably a good way to describe it. It's like a fake wood surface. Quite thin, so it's quite malleable, and I just like, especially on the front face where I sit with my hands, I just clamped it down and like liquid nails underneath it and clamped it down for half a day or something. Oh, I just hit an emote by accident. Oh, now that I know that they're there. Car vinyl. Yeah, true. That could have been a good idea. Car vinyl. That could have been a good option. I'm pretty happy with what I've got. But one thing I have noticed is that in some places where heavy items hit the table or hit the desk, it has already scratched it. For instance, one of my monitors kind of leans forward because there's a cable run behind it, and the cable kind of snakes underneath its legs and pushes it forward. And in that impact zone, there is a bit of scratching. But then again, I think, you know what? in 5 more years, if I really hate it, I could just put something on top of the on top. So, oh, there's a mozzie. Got him! Look at that. You're no longer a mosquito. Get him out of there. How are you enjoying streaming to Kick? I would say I'm happy to stream here, but I feel like there's a lot of glaring holes. There's a lot of glaring, gaping holes. For instance, there's no kicks yet. There's no, aside from gifting subs, there's no in-app currency, and they've talked about this for a long time. I mean, is that even coming? Are there going to be ways to, like lemons on DLive, lemons and diamonds and ninjaginis and ninjets, like, is that coming to Kick? Or are they just going to throw out $15 million to bloody Aiden Ross to do a gambling stream every second day? Like, where's the money going? Why can't they put money into developing the actual, I don't know. I don't know. Sokwi stopped. He stopped streaming on Kick. A lot of stuff seems unchanged for a super long time. Even the keywords in the change stream still says coming. Yeah, like, and I get it. I get it. It's still in beta, but I mean, there is money being spent. A lot of money is being spent. Maybe it's being spent on the wrong people. Maybe it's being spent in the wrong directions. But I don't feel like there's no home feeling like DLive had. Like, I don't really feel like I'm part of the platform. That's one thing I'd say. Yeah, there's no vibe of like, yeah, this is my place. Like, DLive really felt like you were a part of it and you were involved in it, whereas Kick just feels like it's another streaming platform and you can stream on there. I feel like my content isn't that great anyway. Like, my content, I mean, I'm not running around causing dramas and kicking up fusses in malls, and I don't have a security guard, and I don't have people fighting and getting hookers in hotel rooms and then pretending they're not live streaming. I don't do that. I don't do the gambling shit. My streams are very tame in comparison. So, but yeah, I don't know. Flowski, first few months there was something to report about improvements, seemed to have kind of settled since then. Yeah, and what is it now? It's like 2 years? We're 2 years in, right? Yeah, it's 2 years I've been on Kick. So, 2 years to do what? What are they, like, the site hasn't really changed since 2 years ago. It was a live streaming platform, and it still is a live streaming platform. There hasn't really been there's been no vast changes, there's no updates, there's no cool new features, there's no this, it's still there and you can stream on it. Let's go, Gibbs, I'll be your security guard. Thank you, man. I don't watch that junk, I'd rather watch content like yours. Thanks, Flo. Yeah, I can't handle all that crap, like that Jake Doherty guy, fuck, man. That's so awful. That content is just awful, awful cringe. Oh, man, I don't get it. I'm old man yelling at clouds here, but I think that stuff is that's the worst shit on the internet. The kids love it though. I watched a guy do a surfing tutorial, and he had a waterproof lapel mic transmitting back to the beach to his camera. So the audio was him talking into his wetsuit where he had his lapel mic just tucked away somewhere, and that was being Bluetoothed, I guess, back to his beach camera, which led me to think, fuck me, maybe I could do a live surfing stream, because I've got the technology to stream my vision back to the beach. Wait, no. wait, forget that. Rewind. I've got the ability to live stream from the beach with a camera that tracks me while I move throughout the water. But the problem with that is you don't hear what I say, like, because I'm out where they're breaking, and the camera, okay, it's beautiful. It's called a solo shot. It zooms in and tracks me and moves with me. But and it's got an audio input, and I've got the ability to send that feed back to my computer and stream from it. But without audio, what's the point? But I saw this guy, and I figure if he did it, there's definitely a way to do it. That Doherty guy sucks. Yeah, he's toxic. It's just shit content as well. Flowski, if I wanted my heart and mind to feel like I'm in a cloud of darkness, I'd watch that stuff. No thanks. That was me, Netskis. That was not you. Flowski reminds me when Chill Outdoors did that scuba. Yeah, he was tethered with a huge cord. It was hilarious. Did he? Now remind me. Did he have audio underwater? No, he didn't. Did he? He didn't. Because how can you have you can't have a microphone underwater. Chill Outdoors, man. What a cool dude. What do you want to see more of the... I guess that's a bit better, more centered. I can't remember about audio. Yeah, no, he didn't have audio. I mean, all that talk we just had about DLive, I will remind you, I am live on DLive right now. I still do restream, I still stream to multiple destinations. If I could choose one and focus on one, if I had to, if I was contracted and paid to do that, I would stream to one platform only. I don't know, like all this money that Kick throws around, right? All this money that they throw around, why can't they, instead of giving Aiden Ross $15 million to do gambling, why couldn't they give 15 other smaller streamers $1 million each and say, we think $1 million would really help you streaming? I know, of course, the obvious answer is because that's not going to bring them any money back, right? It's not Kick that's giving them the money, it's Stake. It's stake.com that's paying for that because there's a return, because they're enticing young kids, the impressionable kids that watch that Aiden Ross garbage, they're enticing them to start gambling, which is pretty bad, right? Like, that can't be good. That can't be morally, what? Like, they get these young tools on the internet and give them a fuck ton of money, and they encourage them to then encourage their viewers to do what they're doing. But yet, these gambling streamers, they're gambling with house money. They're not gambling their own money. But every kid that goes in and starts putting $20 on blackjack or whatever, that's their money. How can that be? Like, it doesn't feel legal. It feels like it's kind of like skirting around the edges of what would be legal in any, like in Australia, like you can't buy booze under a certain age. I mean, that's everywhere. You can't drive a vehicle. But could I? And I can't go to the bottle and buy a 6-pack of beer for kids. But you're telling me I could do a gambling stream and tell them to go gamble? It's the same kind of thing, right? It's just done through a different media. It's just done through the internet. Now, kids, I don't want to tell you gambling's good or bad, but holy shit, I just won the jackpot. You could win the jackpot too. Use code GIVES at checkout. Doesn't seem right, right? I'll tell you what is interesting though. The fact that stake.com gave us Kick, right? So that's the cash cow behind it. So in one way, there is a good thing behind gambling. The money behind it has provided us with a live streaming platform. But could you also say that the idea of Kick was only a thing that, like, did did Eddie decide to create Kick simply to increase the revenue for stake.com via gambling streams? Or are they actually legitimately interested in live streaming, like cool live streaming content? He's an Aussie, right? So, I mean, I did pitch my idea to them, and they watched it. So they viewed someone at Kick watched my pitch, never responded to me, but someone did watch it. That could be what we're seeing here, where we've seen a live platform become a thing, and it's only a thing because it funnels money back into the gambling thing. In that sense, it's almost like money laundering, but not really. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's bringing in legitimate new business. Yeah, like you could just look at Kick as that's advertising. Yeah, Kick.com is an advertising site for gambling, so that brings in more gamblers to the stake roulette table. I'm very skeptical they make money on Kick. Bottle-O sucks in New Zealand, they never have good specials. Doubt they even funnel enough back into gambling to cover the loss. Yeah, well, we don't know the ins and outs of that, like their financials. But Rob, have you got any responses from your pitch? I don't want to say anything, or I will say that Kick watched it, and I'm just going to bite my tongue until stuff happens. Just hold that thought, Rob. Hold that thought. I'm going to crank my shutter speed down a smidgen. It's getting a little dark out here. At 8 minutes to 4 in the PM. What kind of a country is this where the sun goes down that early? Australia. What's the surf report looking like for tomorrow? Let me just check the surf. Man, this surf line gets shit wrong. It says right now, the rating right here, live on Surfline, is very poor, flat. That is not flat, dude. That's a foot and a half, maybe 2 on the swell. 0.1 of a meter, 12 seconds from the southeast. So tomorrow says it's better. On paper, it's better. 0.0 meters to 0.3 meters. Wind from the south. 19 kilometer southwesterly winds. That's not too bad. Swell 0.1 of a meter, 11 second periods from the northeast. So the swell's changing from there. So right now it's coming from there. Tomorrow it's going to be coming from this way. Okay. They get it wrong though. Hey, last time we checked, or we did a stream like this where we were sort of checking the transmitter and everything, there was a little bit of an audio kind of not a scratch, but there was a bit of a glitch. Is there any audio glitch here in this stream? I do recall there was a little bit of, like, every so often there'd be a little, almost like it's a frame issue or something. No audio glitches. Thank you, Flowski. Haven't detected any. Thank you. Good to know. That's good to know. We're only meters away from the receiver and the transmitter, so shouldn't be any issues. But for GoVan, I did buy a retractable boom pole, or it's actually a mic stand. Goes to 30 feet. Probably won't go that high, but the higher up it is, the better. I am this close to doing a GoVan stream and showing you guys all this, but then today, okay, get this. All right, get this. Sounds cool to me. Thank you, Netskis. Get this. So my car in Australia, we have to go through vehicle roadworthiness every year, every 12 months. if your vehicle is past a certain, like if it's old enough, like if you haven't got a new vehicle, you've got to go through this every year. If you've got a new vehicle, I think it's within 15 years or whatever, you don't have to do this, but every other vehicle has to go through this roadworthy test. And so I've got a local, or not local to here, but local to my work. There's a guy who's a mechanic, and I go to him because he can, I just drop my van there and he can, once I start work, I just take the work bus home, so I don't need to, he can have it for 4 or 5 days. So he came back to me saying I had a lot of, he basically failed it. He said it didn't pass, and it didn't pass because of the braking. Now, I just told you before that I've put 2 additional AGL batteries in it, so that's a lot of extra weight, plus 20 litres of water and 20 litres of fuel. That's a lot more weight than was ever in there before. And I explained that to him. I said, oh, I've got all this extra weight. He said, yeah, okay. Maybe your front shock absorbers need repairing as well. And I was like, no, they're new. They were new because of the last year when you told me about them, and I put new ones in, but they've got dampeners on them, so maybe just adjust the dampener, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I went back to him and he redid the brakes. He flushed the brake line, brake fluid, blah, 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 and he got it through. Then I drove to Wollongong. So I drove up the coast here, maybe 60 k's up the coast to shoot a gig. And the vehicle was rocking. Like once you got like say 60, 70, 80 k's an hour, I guess that's about 90 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour. Or no, it's the other way around, isn't it? I guess that's about 40 mile an hour. The car started shaking, like quite a lot. Like, and I would consider it more of a knock. Like the steering wheel was knocking, like tick, 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 tick. And I'm like, that's weird. So I thought, in my limited knowledge of motor vehicles, I thought it needs a wheel alignment. So I rang up a local place here that does wheel alignments and said, hey, I need a wheel alignment. And he said, oh, what are the symptoms? And I explained them. And he said, that sounds more like a wheel balance, not an alignment. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, well, can you do me? And he goes, yeah, come in, 11 o'clock. So I take my Go van up there. They said it's going to take 40 minutes. I go off for a walk, come back. The van's on, front wheels are up the ground on 2 hoists. The guy says, hey, come over here and check this out. He rotates the left front wheel, free spinning, right? He goes to the front right wheel, not spinning, won't move at all. He said, something's wrong with your brakes, man. Like, this wheel is locked in place. This wheel spins when you spin it. It's off the ground, you can just free spin it. This one will not spin. I'm like, okay, what's with that? And he said, without taking the wheel off, I would suggest your brake calipers are rooted, which is an Australian word from, that word in Australia means 2 things. It means, and it also means stuffed. It means having sex, and it also means it's stuffed. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's interesting, because my mechanic, like my actual mechanic, didn't pick up on that at all. And he said, well, we can take the wheel off and assess it and find out what it actually is, but, you know, that's going to be a whole day kind of, basically, for what could have been a 40-minute job is now going to be, you're going to be here all day kind of thing. And I'm like, fuck, okay. So I said, start the thing, and I go off for another walk. And as I'm walking away, I'm thinking, didn't my actual mechanic tell me about this? Because he told me that he failed at first because of the brake issue. And so he had to redo the brakes and stuff. So in my mind, I was like, and like I said, I don't know cars. Like I'm the first to admit I don't know fuck nothing about motor vehicles. But I thought he said he tightened up the brakes. And so in my mind, I'm picturing him over tightening the brake onto the wheel. And so therefore this one wheel is too tight. So I quickly run back to the Jack's place and say, hey dudes, I just remembered my mechanic told me he had to pass this test. He did this and he tightened everything up. Is it possible you can just untighten it? And I said, that's not really how it works. You got to talk to the guy. So I rang my guy and he said, no, you're getting that all wrong. I didn't tighten anything, but what probably happened, and it's coincidental, is that your brake caliper either needs cleaning or it's rooted. So I then went back to the Jack's place and said, okay, don't do anything. I've got to take it back to my guy. I think the brake caliper needs fixing, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what a brake caliper is. Sounds cool. Caliper, all right? It's galloping along. Not my one. My one's not galloping. It's rocking around. But when you think about it, if a wheel isn't free spinning and the other one is, that's a discrepancy. That's where you're going to get this shaking and this kind of back and forward knocking vibe. So it makes sense that that's what happened. Now, whether this was coincidental with my mechanic doing the job, which would also be coincidental to when I went in for the rocker cover gasket replacement and the battery became flat all of a sudden, I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting a bum steer right now with this vehicle. Because like, before I went in for the rocker cover gasket replacement, I never, ever, 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 ever had a flat battery. And the day that it comes back, the battery doesn't start. Oh yeah, your battery's rooted. You've got to get a new battery. Really? Really? Okay, 180 bucks later, new battery. Then I got to go in and get this roadworthy thing done. Okay, I take it back from there. All of a sudden it's rocking around like a fucking rocking horse. Okay, oh, now your brake caliper is rooted. You got to get, so what I'm saying is, had I have not gone in there to get this roadworthy shit, I wouldn't have even had to do this caliper. Or is it just the nature of the beast? Coincidence? I don't know, but I feel like I'm getting, someone's taken advantage of me. Not in the good way either. Yo, Dowski, how you doing, man? Good afternoon, you glorious bastard. You glorious bastardos. Sounds like a fishy story. Netskis, yeah, I will say too. I was like, fucking what? Really? Again? Now there's something else and it's the brake caliper? I mean, I go back to this one every now and then, but it's the Seinfeld episode, right? Next they're going to tell me my Johnston rod needs replacing. What the hell's a Johnston rod? Who knows? Who cares? You've got to pay for it, right? It's just a thing. I hate going to mechanics. They always have weird issues and never feel like... I want to go back to my guy because he's so close to work and I want to give him the business. He does all our work buses. I just want him to... He seems like a good guy, but you know, I did that stream where I said, would you trust this? Because he told me to get new shock absorbers, but he told me that the year before as well. And I did. And so one year he says, yeah, your front shocks need replacing. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I did it. I got them. I put them in myself. They're fine. Then this year I go to him and he goes, yeah, your front shocks need replacing. Like, what? Did you not even... You don't even look at my sheet like a doctor in the hospital. Don't you get the sheet out and look what's happened? Like, look at the previous surgeries. I already did that last year. He's like, oh. So then I was like, maybe he's not as switched on as I thought. Caliper isn't the thing that grips the disc to slow your ass down. I think that's right. That's the thing that grips the discs, Dale. Yeah. Damn, now he's bitching about mechanical issues with an old machine. Boo freaking who. I know. And that's why, didn't I do this on stream? That's why when I first saw a Tesla, and it can be any electric vehicle, when I first saw that, I was so stoked because I looked underneath it and I'm like, there's no oil and mechanics and shit. Where's all that weird shit? Like, where are all those coils and carburetors and where's all that crap? And they're like, no, there's just a little motor on each wheel. I'm like, what, really? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, what about the engine? They're like, engine? There's no engine. Open up the engine bay. I open it up. It's a fucking empty space where you can put beers. It's like a cooler, a big esky. I'm like, this is brilliant. All these years I've had no idea about mechanics and cars. I don't want to, I don't care for it. And now I don't even need to know about it because they're gone. God bless, they're gone. We don't need that anymore. We've got electric vehicles that doesn't have any of that shit. Even now I've got like, my hands are all scuffed up from just trying to like look in and find things. So bring on the electric vehicle, I say. And one cannot deny the flat earth. Don't get me started. Don't trust mechanics, then do it yourself. When brakes fail, you're fucked. That's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Once again, you are the wisdom. Oh shit, I said winsome. Just Dale, just know that I meant wisdom, not winsome. Winsome was the girl I went to school with. That also means something, doesn't it? Winsome. A friend and I restored a Jeep, saved thousands, and it runs great. Would have been total. Oh wow. Insurance is way more for electric vehicles. Is it? Is it? Is that global? I know that there's some countries, Norway in particular is one that promotes and incentivizes electric vehicle use. By the way, I just noted a flaw in my system here. I can't see my transmitter battery life because it's reversed. I should make sure that when I attach my transmitter, my DJI transmitter and the receiver over there, I should do it the other way around so that I can see. How could I do that? It's got to be on this side. Yeah, okay. Saved becomes Pepe? Pepe is pumping right now, isn't it? Let me test that. Let me test saved. No, my saved became saved. Or stayed saved. I win some, you lose some. By the way, Dale, seeing as though you're just here, check this out, man. Check this out. I'm going to show you the bench. This is the new bench, man. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And what a spot for it. Just this big dolphins out there. You want to see the dolphins? Not a huge deal for me, but maybe for you guys. There's dolphins out pretty much there. I don't know if you can see them. That's as far in as I can zoom. They're under the water now. I'll tell you when they come back up. There, on that wave. There. The pinch to zoom. Anyway, the table, right? Isn't that a beauty? What a great spot. It's going to rain later. I think we'll still be good here for another little while, but the rain might start. Saved thousands converted to Pepe on your chat overlay for me. Oh wow. Did it really? You know what, Flo? That must be at your end, because I'm looking at that on my chat on my phone, and it says save thousands with the $sign, save $thousands. $1 million view, absolutely, Neskis. Yeah. Yeah, this would be $1 million view. Yeah, for sure. Your audio cuts out in that position. That's because I was behind the microphone. When you're up higher, the table is pretty. No, on your overlay in the stream. Oh, really? Okay. Let me check that. Saved thousands. Okay, I'll just type those words in. I'll see what that comes up like. Mind you, you did put the $sign in. Did that change things? I think the $sign changes it. That's going to be weird. So Flowski did it again. Did that say save Pepe? Pepe thousands. It did. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I don't know. I mean, I did not choose to do that. I choose to do this though. Have another homebrew, or the last of this one. I got another one in the fridge. Oh shit. Did you erect that table from kit set? No, this is from a company called, let's give you a little bit more guts there. It's called, let me show you. Aussie Bushman Furniture or something? Aussie Furniture Bushman? There we go. Bush Furniture Man. Hope you saw that. Let's get a better view, huh? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Can't deny that flat earth, can you, when you look at that? I want a flat earth discussion. That's Flo, that's what I miss about this place not being like D-Live. These raucous flat earth discussions. Is that the standard stick picnic table in New Zealand? It's a standard, I guess it's a standard picnic table anywhere. Must be a Botrix thing. Yeah, you're right, probably is. Gibbs, weather's been bloody gnarly. 20 inches in the last 2 days. 20 inches! Hey Siri, what's 20 inches in centimeters? 50 centimeters, so... Okay, that's a fair amount. That's a fair amount. Are you okay where you are, Dale, or you got localized flooding? You miss the flat earth stuff? I'd tell you what I miss, Flo. I don't really... I guess I like the diversity of the conversation. Yeah. I don't agree with them, obviously, but I like the idea of this mad discussions. You're good there? Okay, good, yeah. That's weird, man, because you're in your summer right now. I guess that's hurricane season, right? Hurricane season. Sounds like a typhoon. Is that what that is? A typhoon, not a hurricane? This hurricane season is going to be not fun. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we don't have that shit here. I mean, we get flooding. We've had flooding. It's. I don't want to take away from you, man, but the last couple of weeks here have been pretty gnarly as well. I mean, I'm high up here. Why don't you own that place, Gibbs? Or could you? That sort of stuff I'll keep to myself, Netskis. Yeah. Keep that to myself. But there is a conversation based around that I guess yeah, talking about D-Live and about Kick, as we were earlier, there are certain things that I've discovered about live streaming that I'm doing differently on Kick, let's just say. Yeah. And some of the personal stuff, that's one of the things, or that's part of the thing, in total. Trying to keep certain, or a certain amount of my personal life personal, which I believe I have the right to, even though I'm streaming, I am live streaming and I choose to, but then on that same note, do I also have the right to choose what and how much of I choose to share? Oh, look, he gives being more private now. Well, smart man, yeah. Why do you got to be in this stream, Dale? Of all the streams you have to be in, you could be just not on this one. I hate to say it, but Dale was right. Shit, did I even say Dale was right? Dale was right. No, Dale said that before. I guess that's one good thing about starting a new platform or starting on a new platform. You can start again, right? You can correct the you can make amends where you might have made mistakes before. I say that's just why it's all the weirdos on the internet. Yeah. Well, your underwear, dude. Okay, did I tell you this, guys? Did I pitch this to you? I'm gonna shoot a video. Okay. just, if you haven't had anything like, if you're not in a state that's not your usual state, I think you should get into that other state now, however you choose to get there. Take whatever it is you need to take to get out of the normal state that you're in for this conversation. Because I want to tell you, I'm going to shoot a video. I think I told Duncan, this is why I remember doing this spiel to camera. I did this to Duncan in a VR, or I told Duncan this in a VR. So, as a male, we've got testicles, yeah? We've got a penis, yeah? It hangs down in the center there, in that V. Women, or females, or trans, or whatever it is, they don't have that. In my whole life, there's always been, not an issue, but like, not even a concern, but there's always been, what do you do with your package? You know, it's in underwear, just hanging free, right? Like, you can either have briefs or boxers, you can free ball it if you want, but if you choose to wear underwear, typically your pecker goes one way and your balls just go down. And in this job that I've been doing for the last little while, driving, I find constantly my balls are always stuck to one side of my leg. Sounds crazy, right? They're always stuck in this one spot. I'm like, yeah, and I'm always kind of like squashing and sitting on, and it's like, all right. So I investigated. On Instagram, a little ad came up on a scroll, and it showed these pair of underwear from a company called Citizen, and they called them pouch underwear. And what it is it's a pair of like briefs or boxes, but it has a little front pouch, and they showcase like little like golf balls, and they slot them into this little pouch, and so your golf balls never touch your legs, your thighs. They're just sitting in this little pouch. And I was like, that sounds marvelous. Why has no one done that before? Like, why is this such a, like, how come I've never heard of this before? So I ordered a pair. I actually ordered 3 pair from the States. And let me just tell you this. I spent $180 on 3 pair of underwear. $180. I've never spent anywhere near that on male underwear. Definitely in the past with partners spent that much on female underwear, but male underwear, never even close. And as it's taken a while to ship, right? I thought to myself, what do you do with the pecker? What happens? Okay, you got this pair of underwear, right? And it sits here, and you got this little pouch. You tuck your balls in the pouch. What do you do with the elephant trunk? Does that just go over the front, or does that go to the side? So what I thought I should do is to shoot a video for YouTube asking that question. And of course, you have to show it, right? You can't just shoot the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a video of my package. I'm going to shoot it full naked, right? Full naked, no boner, just as you would. In terms of, this is educational, right? This is I bought these what are they called? Pouch underwear. The first time I've ever had pouch underwear. I'm going to put my boys in there. But then where does the leader go? How come he gets discarded? What does he do? Does he just flop over the top, flop to the side? You know, what happens? So I'm going to do it from an educational standpoint. And then I said to myself, well, hold on a second. You can't really put your penis on YouTube. And then I thought, can't I? What about the dude who nares his own butthole? If you haven't seen it, and I told you not to be in the state that you normally are, you've got to be in an alleviated state to watch this. Go to YouTube right now and type in how to nair, N-A-I-R, how to nair your butthole. There's a dude who literally pulls his ass apart on camera on YouTube, teaching you how to put this cream on to remove the nair, to remove hair off your asshole. And he just and you see his asshole pucker up and suck in, it's a full-blown, that's on YouTube, right? So I thought, well, I'm surely I could do a video where I package my balls up into this little package, right? Maybe I'll hold my pecker up so you don't have to look at it, but my balls will be there. Then I thought,
I love it.
Well,
I
hold
love
on
it.
a second. Do you really want that on your YouTube channel? Because like right now, I'm in the process of pitching out to brands to have this endorsement for this big trip that we're doing. Now, if a brand comes along to my channel and sees my balls getting put in this pouch, they might be like, dude, we don't really want to be associated with that shit, you know? So, yeah, thanks very much for the pitch, but we're not interested. So I thought, should I do the video on YouTube as a censored video and a link to my OnlyFans in the description down below, where if you want to see the whole thing, you got to become a member? Is that wrong? That's the question I'm asking of everybody. Hello, Shyla, you've come in at the most pertinent time, talking about balls and dicks. What have I missed in the chat? Here we go, giggles. Unisex undies, where's Shyla or MD when we need them? Trumpet. She came in. Shyla. She came in with a trumpet straight away. Where's Shyla or MD when we need them? That's awesome timing. I want a pussy pouch. Well, to be frank, you don't need one, right? Like you're all tucked away there nicely. We're all hanging around, you know, like we're hanging out, copping sweat and, you know, stickiness and crotch rut. You know when you get that crotch rut? Another brand that does it is called Sheath. I've heard oh, okay, Sheath, okay. That's expensive, totally, man. I want to see a pussy pouch. 1 minute says not going to get personal, and now this, Charlotte. True. There are limits to what I will and won't share. My balls, they're open house, you know. They're free to be shared. This is definitely oversharing, Rob Mac. Where's H-Man? Gloria's there. Marty, don't come near me. Just got lasered, Charlotte, nice. It's an Aussie thing, even roos have a damn pouch. That's true. They don't they put everything in there, don't they? Only huge creators can do that kind of stuff without getting their account banned, do you reckon? I mean, another thing that you could search, and I've talked about this before, search up naked yoga. If you want to see vaginas up close and steamy on YouTube, just search in naked yoga and you got all the vaginas you want. You want to see an asshole? Type in how to nair your butthole. Chicks do need a pussy pouch though? Oh, barbed wire fences are a problem? Fuck me. Dude, it's cold out here. It's only 4:30. I'll stay till dark though. That'll be another half an hour. I'll get another brew though. Actually, you know what I should do? I should check how much power is on the transmitter. That's a good question.
All right, your script.
Let's say. Doesn't tell me how much power's on it. Just says connected. I thought there'd be a power bar. Are you sick, Charlotte? Fucking cruise ships. You sick? Did you get ill on the cruise? Okay, now we've got an issue. We've got to crank the ISO skis. I didn't bring a light out here. Should I go and get a light? I reckon I should get a light soon. These streams with you all, damn, so much fun. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, man. I try to up the game here. I'm not going to gamble and I'm not going to like run around a mall and accost people, but I'll have a good time. And I'm stoked on this picnic table. This is the bomb. I've been sick since I got off the cruise. Not COVID though. Some sort of flu. Oh shit. Who provided the picnic table? I showed it before. It's a company called Aussie Bushman Furniture Company Co. I can't remember. Here. Bush Furniture Man. That's the one. bushfurnitureman.com. Check it out. Check it out, man. The place is optimum. This is the optimum position for a picnic bench. Get that northeasterly view when it's a day like today where there's no northeasterly, when the wind is not howling. Who purchased it? We did, Dale. It's on our property here. It's here. It's not public. Not public. I had an idea of putting a plaque on it, like a legitimate little, say like this big, and the plaque would say, this bench or this picnic table is private property. However, feel free to sit here, but if we want to join you, you provide the drinks. Because there's houses all along here, like holiday houses, and they all have to come across. So I don't want to sort of show the housing, but they all come this way because this is the only beach access. The beach access comes for all these houses along here, come across this edge here, and they all come down here to get to the beach. And people often come and just perch up here. They used to do it on the other one too, the smaller bench, because it's a great view, like it's a great viewpoint. And I figured, look, I don't have any problem if anybody wants to sit here, but if I want to sit here and you're up here, then you got to provide the drinks. I feel like that's fair, right? You know. I'd like to get a new picnic table. Ours is like 40 years old and rotten. Aussie hardwood. Pretty hard. And it's wood. Stick an umbrella in it for summer. There's an umbrella hole. Yeah, for sure, for sure. What was that bench in New Zealand? Yeah, what was that bench? Oh, and where was that place? Was it Marie's bench? I think it was Marie's bench. Dude, they're having a shocker over there right now. The winter season Coronet Peak is delaying their opening. Opening day is supposed to be tomorrow for Coronet Peak. They're not opening tomorrow. Remarkables are opening tomorrow, but with only the learner's slope. No actual run, no chairlifts are running, just the learner's slope. Yeah, Netsky, you're over in NZ. It's not looking good on the South Island for the snow season. Well, at this point, I mean, anything could happen. Yeah, it just got warm. Did it really? Ouch. I mean, I still keep in touch with all the New Zealand stuff and just keep my eyes to the ground, but it's not looking good, is it? Mind you, anything could happen. Anything could happen. And it could change pretty quickly, pretty rapidly. Some snow, but nothing good enough for skiing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel. Oh man, I forgot I had gloves in here from New Zealand. That's actually it smells like New Zealand. The last time I had these on, and therefore the last time these pockets were open, was in New Zealand. I feel like I got lucky the year that I went, because that year on company day, which is the day when everybody, like all staff, get onto the mountain and they give speeches and talk about this and that. That was the first time that it had snowed on company day in 20 years. And the guy Nigel, I don't know what his title is, but he's the head dude up there at Coronet Peak. He's like, we haven't had snow falling like this on company day in 20 years. And that was the start of our season, or my season that I was there for. It was rad. I loved it over there, Dale. I'd go back there. I'd go back to New Zealand, but I'd go there to live. Like, it'd be more of a permanent move. You chose the right season, the right year for that trip. Fully, man. Got so lucky. It was puking down. We had heaps of snow. There was so many days of powder there that I boarded in so much powder that I ended up being not sick of it, but just like, dude, I'm okay. Give me just a normal run now. I don't want to go through the powder. There was that much powder in places that I was like, I'm done with it. Charlotte, I want to go Troppo. Take me back to Cairns. It's so cold and yuck. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yo, hello. H-Man, how you doing, dude? It's good to see you, man. We're just chilling out here on the new bench. You know where I am, but you don't know this bench. Check this out, man. Hendrik, you haven't seen, you know the spot that I'm at, but you've never seen this. It's a new bench. It's a beauty. Good view. That's New Zealand over there. Oh, it's all dark and shit over there. There is rain forecasted. I guess it's going to be starting sort of soonish. Grey days are the worst. Grey days. By the way, folks, just a heads up or a pre-warning. I am running off battery here, and at any moment the battery could just go flat, and I will then put a new battery in. But just a heads up, if it all of a sudden just goes, the screen goes black, it's because the battery needs changing. It's very solid. Yeah, Hendrik, it is way more solid than just the little bench we had before. This is the bomb. Should I go and get another beer? Well, I mean, I almost finished this one. That is finished. I should get another beer, right? Exclamation pour if I should go and get another beer in the chat. Mind you, I can't hear that, but I know that it's happening. Yes, get another one, Netsky. All right, I'll go and get another one. I might get some exclamation pour. There it is. More beer. I might get some. What else can I wear? My legs are cold. I'll get like a doona or something. How about this? You stay right there. I'll be back. I'll also bring a light out. It's getting kind of darkish. Hello there! Hello there! Hello there! Hello there! Got myself my hoodie, which I'll just put over my legs because it is kind of cold down there. That's the other thing. In New Zealand, I used to go out with thermals on underneath. Here, I just don't rock. Oh, did I not bring my gloves? Oh no, here they are. I don't rock with the thermals. Let's get some more exposure here, ISO style, up to 400. At some point, I'll crank the light, even though I don't have anything to attach it with. I'll just put it here, standing it upright. Hello there. That'll be okay just to sit like that when the time comes. The time has come right now for another beer though. That time is near now. And also, ooh, 1 bar of battery left. Exclamation, pour, drink, chat, can. Wait. I made this Pilsner. Cheers. Hello there. Woo! Certainly, what is the temperature? Let me tell you. I reckon it's, without looking, I reckon it's 13. 14. The low is 9, the high is 15. It's currently 14 right now. Celts. Yep. (14 Celsius). Is my chat not working? My chat's stuck on hello. Yeah, my chat hasn't refreshed in ages. I'm going to kill the app and reload it. Got distracted. Kick machine. The kick skis. Where's the kick app? The big green one. My channel. There we go. Yeah, my chat wasn't working. 7 Celsius here and raining. 7 for you Netskis. Shit. 21 degrees in Brisbane. Jealous of you, H-man. My chat never refreshes. I have to always reload. Yeah, I mean that's the first time I've seen that. First time I've seen that happen. I had to go out and come back in. 12 in Sydney, Rob. Shit. There's a bit of wind from the south. Could you hear it on the top of that bottle? And that's what's making it colder than what it feels. -5 the other morning. Damn, dude. Ouchie ma, that's cold.
Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
I'll be back for breakfast. Peaceful. You know how you can tell when the chat's not refreshing? Because I've got the screen up with the stream on it, I can see when the chat moves on the screen, but not on me. Just don't smoke a skipper, you'll get high as fuck. Smoke me a skipper. Smoke me a skipper. Smoke me a skipper. I also turned off the little background audio track for this stream because we don't, you know, there's a spider. As Benny12C said, why would we want to hear that stupid little audio track? We want to hear the ocean. 800 ISO cranked up here, folks. 800. Ooh, gotten brighter. I think that's too bright. No, but it's the light's dropping every moment. It's all good. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist, you know. So We Q is no longer live streaming on Kick. He pulled the pin. I mean, he's got his own thing on Twitch anyway, you know. He's got a good following on Twitch. Why would he even need Kick, you know? I do like the low latency of Kick though. That's certainly a positive in their side. He does well on Twitch. Yeah, he's got a good thing going there. Stoke me a clipper. I'll be back for Christmas. Rob Mac. Describe the beer. Taste of the beer. Okay, it's meant to be a Pilsner. However, I will say this. While I was bottling this brew, I ran out of. So when you're decanting into the bottle, you need to add more sugar for the fizz. So when you pop the top and there's carbonation, that's from secondary fermentation, and you do that by, you can either allocate a certain amount of sugar or you can buy what they call carbonation drops, and basically that's just carbon. It's just sugar crystallized into the right size for this amount of liquid. But what happened was I ran out during this bottling process, so half of this brew has carbonation drops and the other half has brown sugar for the secondary fermentation. And I got to tell you, I reckon this is a brown sugar one because the first one we had tasted very different to this. And the taste, it's not a great home brew, but it's still a home brew. So like it's like pizza, right? Pineapple on? No, just pizza. It's like even lousy pizza is good pizza. So this is not a great home brew, but it's still pretty damn good. How would I describe it though? Well, it's meant to be a Pilsner, but it's bitter. It's bitter, it's tanniny. Can't even say that freaking word. Sweet, very sweet. Yeah, I'd say bitter, tannin, sweet. Sweet like what though? Sweet like your ass. Shit. Not quite that sweet. Sweet like, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like watered down molasses. There, watered down molasses. I like the dark amber color. I tell you, I will say this, it looks better than it tastes. It looks good. This would check off on the looks department. Taste wise, maybe it's like a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Tan on knee. Sounds like a knee border issue. Knee boarding. Haven't seen, there's a knee boarder in this area. I haven't seen him in a long time. Richard. Haven't seen Richard in ages. Where's Richard? It was good surfing with Evan the other day, and I ran into a guy called Marcus in the doctor's surgery the other week. Saw Bosco. Bosco, if you're watching, hello. Saw Bosco the other day. My brother was here too this morning. He's out camping, oddly enough, on the south coast. Stitches out. Yeah, my stitches are out. Fully out. I'm good. No stitches. Stitches. What a stupid word. Stitches. Bro, you keep us all in stitches. Both of you said bro at the same time. Bro escaped the Brisbane head. The heat. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so he's on the Sunshine Coast normally, H-Man. Yeah. He came down here to do a camping mission even further south with an old friend. Bruh. Speaking of bruh, can I say I thought, and I don't know who's seen it in the chat, but I thought Avatar 2, The Way of Water, was awful. Thought that film sucked so hard. Battery's gonna go flat. It's flashing red. It's gonna go. I gotta go and get my spare battery. It's gonna go black, right? Should I just wait until it turns off? I'll just wait till it turns off. But it's flashing red right now. So the battery, at any moment now, you could just lose vision and audio. But I will be buck. What's the settings here? ISO 800, shutter speed 100. I'll put it on the same when we get back. But I will talk about Avatar 2 until the battery goes flat. I thought that thing was woeful. So Avatar 1, a very compelling story, quite well acted, beautiful digital scenarios with beautiful lights and just in another world of fantasy, and it's just shimmering, awesome. Like you drop into this galaxy of just lights and just fantastic. Avatar 2, they went, yeah, we'll just do that again, do more of that. And instead we'll make it woke. And this young spider character kept on saying, bruh, 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 bruh this, bruh that. Come on, man, like once is cool, but everything that kid said was bruh, bruh. It's like, God, oh, cringe. And it went on for 3 hours, man. 3 hours and 20 minutes or something.
Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang!
Gang bang.
This is
Gang bang! Gang bang!
Gang bang!
Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bangs!
Hello there! Peace and love, peace and love.
Precipitation.
Fill the hole.
Don't do that again.
All right. We should have light. Oh, we've got to get our light situation happening here first. ISO 400, shutter speed 400. No, shutter speed 100. Oh wow! In that amount of time that I was disappeared for, we lost a lot of light. We're already at ISO 1600. Perfect. So that's what it looks like when the battery goes flat on the GH5. I was forgetting that we, because we're using the transmitters, you just get like the, the test signal when it goes flat. Perfect. Yeah, but I knew that would happen. Well, I didn't know, but I saw it happening. Give me a chance to go in there for a quick slash, change batteries, and come back out. Woo-wee! It's cold though. Last night, or not last night, the night before, I saw 4 degrees Celsius when I was driving. And I knew that, well, how did I know that it was 4? Because it come up on the center console, ice warning. Roads may be icy because it's 4 degrees Celsius. Fill the hole. Did your hole get filled? Consider it filled there, Dale. I added a couple of extra ones to the shop. What's the last one I added? That NFT guy saying
Unwavering.
It's authentic. No, what did he said? It's really original. It's the same as all the other NFTs. He in the same sentence he said it's authentic and the same as everything else. This is sick. Yeah, that's Toothboy saying this is sick. I can't hear them, but I hope you guys can hear them. The NFT one. What does he say? He says it's very unique, but it's also the same as everything else.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
This is sick. You know what I'm really, really, really enjoying? And I know I'm late. I know I'm late to this game. Really late. I am absolutely deeply loving the USA version of The Office. I am in with that show. I'm watching everything I can about that show. It's so funny. It's the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. Even though it's just an extension of the UK one, right? Like they just took it and ran with it. It's so well done. Absolutely enamored by that show. And I know it's like 2008, 2009 kind of thing. Someday we'll have a what to do alert. Dude, if anybody has a good clip of what to do on stream, let me know and I'll grab it. I just don't know where to find it, like how far back I got to search. I love the theme music to The Office. Da, 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 na, 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 da, na, 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 na. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just a simple little melody. Yeah, it kind of works, doesn't it? It's just so stupid. And like, that's a lot of my, not animosity, what's the word? My aversion. The reason I didn't really watch The Office US before is because I loved the UK version and I didn't want to be tainted, even though the creators, Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant of the original, they signed off on, and they're executive producers on the US one. So they've given their seal of approval. That being said, the first couple of episodes, I think they mimicked like almost word for word, script for script, the UK one. But then on the third episode, they started going their own kind of like parallel universe, and they went separate ways. And I think by the end of the season 1, if you're not in, you're not in. But in season 2 and by season 3, if you're not in at that point, something's wrong with you, right? You're taking life too seriously. You have to. It is so funny and so ridiculous that everybody can relate to it. It's awesome. I can love it. I'm really, really deeply into it. I'm watching all the extras footage and the behind the scenes and the deleted scenes and everything. Maybe a Charlotte of the year yelling Bibi. Has she done that? You know what will be good? By the way, this is now 3200. So once this gets too dark, we'll add a light to the setup. But you know what would be good for a Charlotte alert? Her laughter at the time when she first met H-Man. I think it was at Brisbane Airport or was it Melbourne Airport? Some airport where they were meeting for the first time, and either she fell over or Hendrik fell over. One of them fell over, and that laugh track, that would be a good Charlotte alert.
Fuck
me. Sydney. Yeah. So if anybody Gibbs, where's your picks? Pick a knicker basket. Yogi Bear. Where's your pick a knicker basket, aka Yogi Bear? Is that an office quote? I haven't got to that yet. I don't know what that means. I want to know what that means. If it's an office thing. It was Sydney. We both fell. Yeah. So I'll tell you how we can find that, or how I can track it down. If anybody can work out what date that was, I could go back in my archives, because I've obviously kept every stream. Oh, wait a second. No. It was on. Yeah. So I think Charlotte streamed it. But I watched it on my stream, so therefore it'll be on my stream as a video that we watched. And we're both sober, so weird as fuck, right? Yeah, you didn't appear sober. It proves being sober is overrated. Well, I don't want to encourage the kids to drink. Wait a second. That's what this whole website's about, right? Encouraging gambling. Who gambles sober? Really? Oh. Dale, it was the first cruise back after COVID. Oh, okay, so that would be 2020 then. 2020. Gibbs, are you looking forward to getting a digital ID? G'day, Rob. Wait, what did I just say? G'day? I meant to say good conversation starter. I've already got one. I use everything digital. I don't carry a wallet. I haven't carried a wallet since I got this new phone. Since I got the iPhone 15 Plus, I don't have a wallet. I don't know, like a digital ID, it doesn't really bother me. Yeah, I say the less you got to carry, the better. I know that there's security concerns to do with it and all that stuff too, but I don't know. That's where it's headed, man. Digital currency, digital ID, it's everything digital, man.
3 inches.
You'll need a digital ID to log on to social media sites. I mean, that's what they're saying, but there'll always be an option around that, right? Who has sex sober? Discuss. Ooh. I mean, that's good both ways, right?
This is sick.
There's a bit of wind coming from that way. Is that affecting the microphone? Are we getting any wind noise on the back of the mic? I don't really have a problem with the digital ID, but I guess that is a good point. You'll need it to log on to social sites. So what? An email address isn't going to be enough at that point? I reckon there'll be like a rebellion against that. There'll be Web 3.7 where it's like, this is the one where you don't need a digital ID. I just farted. I just farted. There's some wind noise, not that bad. Thank you, Dale. I don't have my streaming bag with me. Like, this is not an IRL stream in the sense that I haven't got my streaming backpack. Otherwise, I'd put the wind sock on the back of that. It'll be a 100-point system like getting a passport. Do we know that though? Do we know that that's what it's going to be? Man, this reminds me of the New Zealand streams, sitting out at like the Remarkables behind me, sitting out in the cold. Got to put a light on now. I think it's getting so dark. I'll put a light on. Tell me if this helps. Of course it will. Too much light. It's coming from below though. Is that a problem? The light should be coming from above. It's too bright too, by the way. I'll just drop the I'll drop the power of the light. It was May 31st, 2022. That's the date we fell over. Okay, thank you, Charla. I know what I'd do. I'll go back in my archives. I'll go back in the archives and I'll find all my streams around that date. Oh shit, sorry. I just whacked you. I'm trying to balance this. And hold on a sec. Balance this light. Oh, I know how I can do it this way. Oh, I've got empty bruises. Creating a little tripod here with my empty brews and my tripod light. I think that's pretty much almost it. So what was that date again? May 31st. Okay, 2022. May 31st, 2022? Are you sure of that date, Sean? Oh, that brew went over. Lucky that was the empty one. Are you sure of that date? Because I feel like I was not far out of New Zealand at that point. Still no Marty visit. You weren't here at the beginning of this stream, were you, Dale? Marty should be here with me right now. He's not, unsurprisingly. Yeah, he cancelled. We've already discussed it, and we kind of discussed it in somewhat some depth. I don't really want to. If you, when this stream finishes, please go back and watch the start of it. Like just the first 20 minutes, I talked all about that. Yeah, but it is a bit upsetting. But it's upsetting and it's not upsetting. He needs more blankets and he needs less blankets. I looked at the cruise archives. Okay, that date checks out. Okay, let me get a screenshot of that shit. Okay, I took a screenshot of that, so that reminds me, because I feel like it was before that, but if you yahoos think it's legit, I'll trust you, because it was you. I mean, if anybody knows, you know, right? It was you that experienced it, but I felt like it was before, like, I felt like that was well before then. Can't take me anywhere. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll find the stream and then we'll play we'll play it on stream where we'll watch it as well, because there's vision of that, or there's whatever you did stream, I streamed, so therefore it'll be captured. Unless either of you have the original. I don't think Charla and Hendrik ever saved any. You never saved any of your VODs or anything, did you? You were in New Zealand in 2023? No, I keep getting that wrong. It wasn't last year. I was in New Zealand, not last winter, the winter before. So 2022. Yo, Sirius, how you doing, man? How you going, Sirius? Got a little green screen action behind me here. Are you sure? Yep. It definitely wasn't last winter. Oh fuck. No, because I've watched one winter without me being there. When I say watched, I mean I've been talking with my guys that I knew. Jono, hey Jono, if you're watching. No, so it wasn't last winter, it was the winter before. Yeah, definitely was. It was not last winter, the winter before. So that means winter of 2022 was when I was in New Zealand. I know I'm bad with dates, but how can I get a date that's so close to where we are? It's 2024 right now. How can I get that date wrong? 2022 wasn't that long ago, but I seem to get it wrong. Fucking, I'm bad with dates. Serious, quite the scene. Yeah, it's quite nice here. Quite beautiful. Well, mind you, there is rain coming, and we're going to wrap the stream up when it gets too dark. Anyway, when the blackness becomes overwhelming, we're going to end it. Oh fuck, that sounds gnarly. When the darkness of life becomes overwhelming, end it. Sounds like a Nick Cave lyric. I mess up all my damn dates, and half the time I can't even remember my age. 48, 49, 49. I'm 49 skins. Huh? No, I'm 48. Wait. I don't turn 50 this year. Yeah, I'm 48. Fuck! You see? I'm 48. I turned 49 this August. Damn, dude. You're 47. Am I 40? No, I'm not 47. I was born in 75. No, I'm 48 right now. I'm 48. I think. You're 47 until August? Really? Am I 40? Nah, I think I'm 48. I was born August 29, 1975. No, you're 47. No, I'm 47. Oh fuck, shit. Good. Okay, I'm glad I was okay, because I was certain I'm 48. And I'd resonated that with myself, and I'd accepted that fact. You're saying you're 47, okay. You spring chicken. Exclamation 47. Help. Help the stream. I need a lot of help. I know, I'm not denying that. By the way, on the stream, once again, that looks better than what it does in real life. That light behind me, I mean, it's impressive, but it's got that little kind of like bluey tinge on stream. ISO 3200, f-stop 4, unfortunately that's the best this lens does, and 100 shutter speed, that's all we got. Once that gets dark, it's over. Check the radar, there's rain shortly. Nah, Rob, nah, man. Nah, there's no rain. Last time. That was the best, man. That was the... Oh, I did a run down to Maruya the other day, actually. So in my job, the airport transfers, just, this is a side note, but I'll get back to that funny story, but in my job, we pick up people to go to the airport. I do transfers from this area, from Jarvis Bay to the airport, and if you book the bus or the service, you could be in with other crew, or you might lucky get a chance it's only you in the bus. Now that's just the nature of the service, and the furthest we go south is a place called Baril Lake, which is pretty much basically Ulladulla. The next little suburb south of Ulladulla is called Baril Lake. That's as far south as we go. However, if you pay for the service entirely, so if you say, well, I don't want anyone else to be on the bus, I just want to have me and my family, you buy the bus and then we take you wherever the fuck you want to go. And so last week I did a private transfer for 2 different families. The first one was to Bateman's Bay, and the first one was to Maruya, and then the second one was just past Bateman's Bay, Bait Bay, which is a fair distance further south, so a bigger drive for me. But really cool, because that reminded me of the time that I went to Maruya to pick up the first Slack track, and we did that live stream at a perfect spot. It was like this, perfect afternoon, just chilling, had food, had brews, had Jack, everything was cool. And Rob Mack in the very chat, just like he did right now, he says, "Hey Gives, where are you exactly?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm in Maruya, on the edge of the Maruya Lake, or what, the Maruya Estuary, whatever it was, this little entrance to the," and he's like, "Man, I just checked the bomb radar, Bureau of Meteorology. There's a big storm coming your way." I'm like, it's pretty far away, man, whatever it is, it's like way over there. And he's like, "Nah, dude, it's coming." And I'm like, nah, it's not. And then, almost like clockwork, the wind started. It went from like this, like chilled, to this pretty kind of gusty wind. And I was like, oh wow, it's windy. And then it became real windy. And then it became really windy. And then all of a sudden, it fucking starts hammering down, and we're scampering to get behind the van to protect ourselves from the angle of the rain and the wind. And eventually it's like, dude, gotta get in the van. And we piled everything into the van, kept the stream going, got into the van. And that's when I had the greatest, what I consider one of the greatest moments on stream, for me anyway, because my van had the crystal light roof. So it had like sunroof, but it had like plastic. You could open the sunroofs. My new van, Go Van, doesn't have this, unfortunately, but that old one had this openable 4 areas where you could have like just the sky above you. And we were in the van while it was so windy and so rainy that the van was like swaying and moving around, and like torrential rain hammering down. And behind me, above me on the stream, you could see lightning in the sky. And I'm there drinking a Jack Daniels, Jack and Coke, cracking it with you guys. It's like fucking all snugged up. It was like pissing down. And that was Rob Mack saying there's a storm coming. And he just said it not long ago in my very chat now. So maybe I should listen to him. Gibbs needs a wet to get wet. Been a while. I haven't surfed since Sunday. Getting wet is American slang for getting laid. Oh shit. It has been a while, I'm not gonna lie. I got a cheers for operating an iPad. I got a cheers for opening an iPad, Dale. Light? Exclamation light. No cheers. If Govan is rockin', don't come knockin'. Pissing down here in Sydney, Rob Mack. It is definitely coming. There's big. That's dark as shit up above me. Yeah, I mean, at some point I'll be like, I'm done, and I'll just kill the stream. Indian Pale Ale. Actually, I gotta take a piss. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. I don't have to go into my own bathroom, do I? Fuck pissing over here. You stay there. Peter, there's a camera over here. Get out of here, Peter. Peter's a Kiwi. He's not here. He's over in New Zealand. He's in Queenstown. The new follower alert is shorter. Yeah, did we get a follow? I didn't see it. I was out draining the main vein. Yeah, I made it shorter though. And by the way, whoever followed, thanks for following. You got about a minute to chill before you can chat. But cheers and welcome to the Streamskins. Exclamation light. Is that a do we have that as an alert? Exclamation light? Is that, oh, lightning. Yeah, fuck yeah. Right on my face too. Of course, man. That's the lightning bolt that almost killed me. Or it's the sound of the lightning bolt that almost killed me. This is the brew that's gonna love me. I made this brew. There's lightning there as well. Shit. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me, Galileo. Dude, that's finished. Bohemian Rhapsody, finished. I'm done with it. It's completely done. I'm now busy with 46 and 2 by Tool, and I've done all the bass, I've done most of the guitar, I've done all the rhythm guitar. There's actually like 3 rhythm tracks. There's also a extra distorted guitar track, and then there's a harmonic guitar track I'm gonna do. But I think the vocals on that are gonna be the hardest for me. My shadow changing. I reckon I can do it, but it's gonna be difficult. The Queen song I've gone crazy with and just blown out all my vocals, but the Tool one I'm gonna actually do a bit more legitimate. But yeah, I'm pretty keen to show it all. I'm not gonna. Until it's finished. I'm not gonna. Sometimes I used to play bits and pieces for you, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait till it's completely finished. Damn, I need more light in the sky. Wow, it's all over. That went too quick. I heard Taylor Hawkins singing Queen inspired you a bit. That was cool. That was cool. Can't wait to hear it. Yeah, you guys are gonna. Yeah. Like. In that Queen song, unsurprisingly, there is so many different parts. And I'm not just talking about the vocal delivery, there's also multiple guitar parts, and there's keyboards, and there's just this, the staccato, that's the word, right? Staccato is like the abruptness of everything. Like I see a little silhouette of a man, scaramouche, scaramouche, all that stuff. It's difficult to play that and get the notes. Like anybody can play it, scaramouche, scaramouche, thunderbolts and light, but to get it actually like in the staccato, the snappiness of the way that it is on the record, fuck, I struggled. Really difficult, really difficult. And therefore, anyone that does that live deserves massive smokings. If you can do that song, and that might be why that Queen, when they did the live at Live Aid at Feed the World, that thing, they didn't play the whole song. Did you guys notice that? When Queen do Bohemian Rhapsody, they don't do the whole song at Live Aid. Is it possible? I'm not disputing how rad Queen are, but is it possible that that song is a studio-only song? Because I found it very, very, very difficult to do. But then who the fuck am I, right? I'm nobody. But is there any record? And I plead ignorance here, but is there a record of Queen doing that song in its entirety, live? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna crank my ISO. That's gonna be weird. Just want to see what happens if I go. We've done this before, but I want to just off here. That's ridiculous. Nah, forget that. Too much. There's no more light in the sky. I can't do anything about that. We're now basically sitting on a black green screen with the sound of the ocean. You need a fire pit, Benon. We do a yearly fire pit here, and we're going to do one coming up. Claudia's coming down with her boyfriend Ryan. Baxter's coming down with his girlfriend Layla, and we're doing the annual fire pit. I don't know if I'm going to stream it though, because I don't know if they want to be on stream. But I did a recording by accident. I'm now recording this. Hello GH5. Why are you recording? Get off. I just started to record. It's actually a camera and I can record shit. Gives Bohemian Rhapsody nearly didn't make it on the album. That's not the story I heard. The story I heard was that it nearly didn't become the single. So Queen were pushing for it to become the radio single, and radios were like, it's like 5 minutes, we can't do that. But it was I never thought it was scrapped from the album. I have a fire pit in my backyard. It's therapeutic. Fire pits are rad. It's closer to 7 minutes? No, it's like 5 minutes and 40 seconds or something. My version's 5 minutes and 40, I think. You know what really sucks about my version? The opening lyric. Is this the real... I really can't hit those notes, even though they're all the same note. I just fucked them up. I'm not a musician. And if someone said you're a musician, I'd say I'm not even a very good one at that, because you'll hear it. It's unique. It's all the same as every other NFT project. Charlotte, a blue vinyl pressing of that song is worth more than 50,000, or is that 5,000? 5. That's 5,000.
It's quite unique in itself, quite similar to other NFT sites.
Wikipedia says it's 6 minutes. Yeah, it's like five. Ah! Man, that's a weird sounding bird. It's like 5 minutes and 47 seconds or something. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the song, and I'm stoked I covered it. But I tell you what, man, that covering that and doing all those different parts to get the song down, that was like probably 3 months worth of work. And then I opened up the Songster version, so how I don't know if you want to know this technical shit, but how I do my covers is I take there's a website called songster.com, and it basically provides you with the free version provides you with music charts of the main instruments: guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. And I look at that and I put the song into my DAW, my digital audio workstation, and I make sure that each bar of the song, like the album version of the song, correlates to each bar of the Songster version. So then I know that if I want to do, let's just say I'm feeling like I want to do the lead guitar, I skip to bar 67, and both my version and the album version and the Songster version at bar 67 is where the lead guitar starts, so then I can work on playing that. And so with Queen, it took fucking forever, because there must be like 6 different time signature changes. So the song, and there's time changes in a bar. Like you picture a bar being 4 notes, 4 beats to a bar, but is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. That caught in a landslide is 5x4. The opening bar is 4x4, second bar is 4x4, third bar 5x4. It's like, what the fuck? Where's the extra beat coming from? It fits, then it goes back to 4x4, and then you get into like 5/6, you get into like 7/8, and then at the hardcore, that gets up to like, what is it, 12/8 or something? Just this strange shit. And I always thought, and now I'm on a bit of a tangent or a bit of a rant here, because I like ranting and raving, but that's incredible and that's rad. But I always thought, and from everyone I've ever spoken to about the next band that I covered, Tool, so the drummer in Tool, Danny Carey, everybody said to me that this guy, he doesn't play 4x4. He does his own, what he considers his own signatures. So each bar could be anything that he chooses. And like, he does it so well that the rest of the band can play along with him, even though he's not following any format per se. That's what I was told. And so that's why I thought 46 and 2 would be a really interesting song to cover, because I love it, I like it, I know it. And I thought, cool, but get ready for these weird changes in timing. I've already done Queen, so I'm ready for this. Well, let me tell you this. When I went to songster.com and punched in 46 and 2 by Tool, it's all 4x4 the whole way through. I'm going through that song bar by bar thinking, when is these tricky time signatures going to happen? When is it going to go into Danny Carey bizarreness? It doesn't. The only thing that does happen is the bass line. Dun 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 dun. Every now and then that shifts so it doesn't start on the, I think it's a D. No, it's D, C. What's the next note after C? F. C, C sharp. It's not E. Anyway, it doesn't always start on that same note. It sometimes starts on a lower note, but it's still 4x4. And so I was ready for it to be really difficult. And in actual fact, if I stopped looking at the door and stopped watching the bars, it was really easy to do. Like really, that bass line was, to be frank, that was easy as shit. And the guitar, one of the rhythm guitar tracks, simple, like super easy. Which is bizarre because if you listen to that song, you can hear all this shit and you're like, oh, that sounds complex. It's really, really easy. There you go. I like talking. Last 2 winters here, I've listened to Sleep by the Fire by Tracer. By the fire pit with my girlfriend, hell yeah. Daleski. Sliding into the romance with some Tracer. That's sick, dude. Rad. Our favorite Tracer song. Yeah, it's a good song. You say you're not a musician. I'm not a musician, but what I like about this process, Hendrik, is that I'm learning as I go, and like by virtue of sitting here watching and trying to dissect what I'm seeing and then reproduce it, I'm seeing a different way of doing things, and like what I'm hoping, or what I would like to get out of it, is that when I record my next album for That's I can approach the songwriting process in that, I'm not going to say I'm going to write like Tool or I'm going to write like Queen, but at least in the back of my subconscious, I'll know about what they did, and I might be able to sort of morph what I'm doing, or tweak what I'm doing, or at least be influenced what I'm doing by what they did. Not that I want to make a Tool album or a Queen album, but I don't want to make the same That's album again. I want to make the next That's album. Hendrik, did you ever watch Rick Beto on YouTube? No, I don't know who that is. Hashtag rant. Yeah. I like good ranting. But it is completely black out there. Should we wrap this up now? We should wrap it up. There's no scenery to be seen. How many viewers have we got? What should we do? Should we stick around? There's 11 viewers. Should we stick around for a bit? I mean, there's nothing to be seen here. I mean, I'm sitting out here in the cold. There's no vision behind me. It's kind of nice though. I guess I'll finish this beer. You know what? Let's just finish this beer. I'll finish this beer here, and then we'll call it a day. I'm not going to walk out on a beer. Of course not. I do have to go and drain the main vein one more time. Gibbs, have you checked out bitrefill.com? I don't know what that is, no. Bitrefill.com, Netskis. No, I don't know what that is. Tell me what it is. Hendrik, Rick Bento analyzes and dissects music, can be very interesting. Oh, wow. He's got a podcast. Let's stick around. I have the Jack going, medicine, of course. Okay, we'll stick around. Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about. First thing I want to do, though, is grab my penis. Oh, Peter! Oh, Gloria. I see you held the fort while I was away. Trumpets. You can use your crypto and get gift cards. Oh, that's what that website's about. What's crypto again? Shit. Digital currency? What? What are you talking about? That can't be a thing. Digital currency. Give me cold hard cash, motherfucker. Digital currency. Oh man. You guys see the latest saga in the Hex community? If you didn't know, I'll just spoiler alert it for you. Everybody's all hissy fitting and all upset, and their knickers are in a knot because Richard Hart, the founder of Hex, unfollowed everybody on Twitter. And that's why everybody's upset, because he unfollowed everybody. I say, who gives a flying fuck? Who cares who he follows? Well, it doesn't make any difference. Remind me never to discuss crypto with Gibbs again. Dale, I don't want to have to say it twice on the same stream, but he was right. Something caught in my throat there. What did you say? No, I said something's caught in my throat. He was right. If we're going to get down that avenue, do you know what? There isn't much beer left in this. I thought there was a half a beer. I've drank this quicker. That's it. Once that's done, we're done. The Dick Hart cult is crashing down again hard. So here's my take on it. So it actually shouldn't matter who follows who on Twitter. Because, and by virtue of everything that hexicans have taught us originally, code is code. The hex code is immutable. It's already in place. It's already functioning. It doesn't matter what Richard Hart does around it. The code is the code. That's what I don't get. Like, all of a sudden, everybody's causing all this big kerfuffle and making streams about it, talking about it. It's like, who gives a shit? The code is the code. It's still there. Like, we're still using it. It's still Hex. Who cares who he follows? Like, and it might be more of the reason people are getting upset is because maybe they were followed by him and they felt like getting followed by Richard Hart is like some kind of status symbol. That's all I can consider. That's all I can conceive of that. Because, like, who does Satoshi follow? Who the hell is Satoshi? You know, like, Bitcoin the Bitcoin maxis don't give a flying fuck who this Satoshi guy is. So why would anybody care what Richard Hart does? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, but I tell you what is interesting, watching everybody rally around it and like create streams and Twitter posts. And it's like, do that wind just got stronger by a magnitude. Yeah, I think that storm could be on its way. Newsflash, I am Satoshi. yeah, the storm's coming right on. Thank you, Dale! Exclamation light. Yeah, it's just it just like the same people that were saying the code is immutable, you know, we're here for 5555. The same people are now saying, well, if Richard Hart doesn't follow anybody, what does that say about the community and the code? Everything's falling down, it's not going to work. It's like, doesn't actually change jack shit. And who cares? Like, do we know who Richard Hart subscribes to on YouTube? No. Does that make a difference? Absolutely not. Do we know who he follows on Instagram? No. Does that make a difference? No. Do we know who he swipes right to on Tinder? No. Would we like to? Kind of, yes. Does it make a difference? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's irrelevant information. Everybody gets their knickers in a twist, though. And then people sell. They're like, I'm selling. What are you selling because? You're selling because Richard Hart unfollowed people? Okay. Elfsar in the house. How you doing, man? Elfsar, we are not here to fuck spiders. Whew. I'm going to assume that's a quote from somewhere. I don't actually know where. I like that quote. I kind of want to know where that's from. We are not here to fuck spiders. Maybe we are. Can I at least get to first base with a huntsman and then decide if I want to go the whole way? Don't rule it out entirely, right? Shit. What the fuck? What a strange way to come into a chat. Unless, that has to be a quote from somewhere. You can't just come into a chat saying that. Well, you can, and you did, and I'm happy for that. But if it is a quote from something, I want to know what that quote's from. Peter Jackson used it on the set of The Lord of the Rings. Oh, wow. Did he really? Peter Jackson said that? That's interesting. I want to know more about that, because the only thing I heard him say to me was, hey, no fighting on my set. He said that to me, or in my direction. I want to be wrong. This being right shit is getting a hold. I thought it was an Australian in New Zealand. It sounds like he would have said that on the set in Australia somewhere. But New Zealand has spiders, but nothing gnarly like Australia. Lord of the Rings. What's now that I've had an absolute shocker with Avatar 2, what's a good film that I should watch? I've been told I should watch Maverick, the Top Gun sequel. Should I do the Top Gun thing? I've been told it's awesome. My brother ranted and raved about it last night. Should I watch Top Gun? If I'm going to watch Maverick, I'm going to watch the first Top Gun tonight, and then I'll watch the Top Gun 2 tomorrow. Is it... Be real with me. Am I going to enjoy that? Dale says yes. Top Gun is great. Okay. New Mad Max looks good. There's a new Mad Max. I didn't even know. Okay, let me ask you this then. Do I need to watch the first Top Gun to watch the second one? Bearing in mind, the last time I saw Top Gun, the Top Gun would have been in the 90s. No, the late 80s. You don't need to see the first one to enjoy Maverick. Okay, I've got both of them there ready to watch, and I'll be honest, I kind of don't really want to watch the first one because I've seen it back in the day, and it's good. Don't really care for it though. I'm watching the Picard series, Star Trek. Fucking brilliant. Can I say this, Dale? I go on record here as stating I have never seen anything to do with Star Trek. I've not watched anything. I know Beam Me Up, Scotty. I know Spock. I don't know anything else, and I've never watched anything to do with that show, ever. So if I'm going to watch Star Trek, that's a big, big, big commitment, which I would do at some point. Oh my fucking God. Okay, Bannon, I'm no longer your friend. No. But it's not because I've intently avoided it. It's just matter of fact that I've not seen it. I've watched other things as I was growing up, and Star Trek wasn't one of them. Holy fuck, yeah. I've never seen anything to do with Star Trek. Nothing. So that whole universe, that whole atmosphere, the whole thing is foreign to me. I know it's a big, big, big ask. Holy snapping duck shit. Is that good? Is that a good thing? Is that a good position to be in? No Star Trek. Not that I'm adverse to it, but it just coincidentally has fallen that way. I like sci-fi. Me too, Netskis. Me too. Gobsmacked. Is it okay? All right. Next question. If you're gonna take an approach at Star Trek, is it beneficial to go back to the very beginning and watch all of it, like I did with Doctor Who? When I realized that I'd missed out on a lot of Doctor Who, I went back to the very, very beginning. And I'm talking the 1960s, where they didn't even have, some of the episodes were missing and they just had like still photos with like subtitles coming up over them. I watched everything, and I gotta tell you, the current day Doctor Who's, oh, yawn. A lot of it was yawn, but that current woke shit was just awful. There are so many things, many places to begin. Is it right to say that maybe the best part to begin would be the beginning of how it began? I used to watch Doctor Who from the get-go when I was a kid. Yeah. Can always watch earlier stuff after. You know me though, Dale, I'm a perfectionist, and if I kind of like, by the way, has Star Trek finished? Like, if I start watching original first Star Trek, and I spend the next 6 years, watching this program, does it have an ending? Because I don't like how Candy Crush doesn't seem to end. I like things that have a finite time frame. Like Candy Crush to me is like, fucking put an end to it, right? I want to get to the end. So is Star Trek ended? If I start, can I see myself moving along a linear timeline to get to a conclusion? That's important to me. It has multiple endings. No, it's ongoing. Ah, for fuck's sake. You see how this becomes like way bigger than what it should be? So they made a show. They have spin-off of the show, and none of them have ended? Fucking hell. Jesus. I'll tell you what's really pissing me off right now. Fear the Walking Dead. I watched The Walking Dead. I know the spin-offs. I started watching Fear the Walking Dead. It's good. I'm season 6 and I'm like, all right, come on, end this. This is just tedious. Coronation Street. That show ended, didn't it, Netskis? It's covering several hundred years of our future. Star Trek and spin-offs never finish. Star Trek is probably the first of the very best stories ever told. Oh shit. That's a big call. That's a huge call. I hate Fear the Walking Dead. Walking Dead first season is awesome, then it's downhill. Elfsar, are you serious? No. The greatest thing in Walking Dead, the original, the first one, Negan. Season 6, when Negan enters that scenario, holy fuck, that whole show just went, whoa, this is cool. All the stuff before that was like, gotta find the new colony, gotta be able to live, gotta put a wall up, gotta barricade this, gotta fight the dead, gotta do this. Then this guy Negan comes along going, we are all Negan and you're all fucked. That was when it was like, oh, okay, I'm in. That was cool. And then, yeah. Show of hands. Put a 1 in chat if your Star Trek is truly epic. Okay, I can't answer that. Hendrik says neighbors. Jesus. I'm hoping Negan turns up in Fear the Walking Dead, personally. So you're all spewing off Star Trek. Okay, well, all right. I'll pay some attention. After I finish all the spin-offs from The Walking Dead, and I finish The Office, I'll go in and look at Star Trek. Right now, though, I'm going to wrap this stream up here. There's no more light to be seen. It's cold as shit out here. My beer is empty. I drank both of them. And I want to thank you all for hanging out with me here on this stream, the first of probably many streams up here on this new picnic bench. This is a great spot to sit. I knew that this would be quick because it's winter here and the daylight ends early. Like, it's not even 6 p.m. and it's nighttime. In the summer, this would be sunlight until like 9:30 p.m. and we'd be hanging out here, chilling, drinking, partying, having a good time. But as it stands, this is kind of like almost like a test, if you like. I'm using the transmitters and the receivers, and so we can do this whenever we want. I could have sat in my room where it's warm and hung out with you guys, but I thought, no, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna rug up. I'm gonna just kick back in the outdoors. Got the bench. I wanted to do it. I've done it. Thank you all for being here with me. I'm going to go inside and end the stream. It's going to take me a few seconds because I'm nowhere near my laptop, but I'm going to go inside and say, well, I won't talk to you. I'll tell you now, but the stream will end at this particular juncture. Consider your hole filled. Your hole has been filled. I'll take a few of this shit in while I go, and I'll see you all soon. And yeah, Dale, go back and watch the start of this stream. You'll learn about where Marty is. Spoiler alert. He's not here. See you.
Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang!
This is
Gang bang! 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 Gang bangs!
Hello there!
Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.
Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang!
This is
Gang bang! Gang bang!
Shine bang!
Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang! Gang bang!